Alrighty guys, here we are working on this ditchwitch here. It's a sk750. I worked on this one here in the past, but today we got to put new tracks on it. I know the tracks, they don't look too bad on here, but on this side over here, well, I have my light. On this side over here, as you can see there, it's busted pretty bad and it's got the wire showing, and like I said, every time you try to move it, it's popping. So we definitely got to fix that as well. Well, like I said, we definitely got to fix that because they can't use it and they got to have it here in the next couple of days. So I went ahead and I bought two brand new tracks for it. I got them out there in the back of the truck. They were pretty expensive, but other than that there, I think everything else on the machine here is in pretty decent shape. Last night I had another little Vermeer. They brought the little Vermeer back to me because he said the muffler fell off there. So somehow or another today they were using it, and the today they were using it, and the damn muffler fell right off. Well, yesterday he was using it yesterday, and the muffler fell completely off there. So he brought it back here last night, and the boats or whatever they had rattled out of there, and it was. I mean, it was. I thought they were tight. They looked tight when they left here, but it was one of them things. So I went ahead and fixed that last night around 10 o'clock or so, just because I wanted them to go ahead and have it. I wanted them to go ahead and have it ready to go today because they needed it, which, like I said, they got another one, but it just, as you can see here, like I said, the shop, it's full. I got this shit everywhere in here. I had Chipper's been here for a while now, and I just ain't had time to fix it. I was going to work on it, and then they brought the other ditch witch back. The Bandit chipper there, it's done. It's ready to go. I don't think I made a video on that. I had to tighten the belts up on it. This is one that I did put some belts on a while back ago. I had to tighten the belts up a little bit, and they was having problems with it not starting. So I had to wind up putting a new battery in there, and when I did a tune-up as well, I put new plugs and wires and a new inline fuel filter. So it's running good now. Got that done. They're going to pick that up tonight. And got another truck out there now with needs a radiator put in there, so we're going to work on that as well. But for now, I'm going to get started on taking the grease fittings off this here and getting the tracks undone. Alrighty guys, I went ahead and took this one here out, and as you can see there, the grease is already coming out right there. I just take the fittings here out, and them right there are they're 11/16 is what they are. And like I said, I'll show you how to take and do it here in a second. We'll go over on the other side here, and we'll take this one here out as well. And this one right here, it's got this little piece there on there, and it don't want to come out, so I had to get. Come on off there. Come on now, I know you want to come off there. It's just got a little O-ring here, so make sure you don't lose the O-ring. The other side over ain't even got nothing on it, so I'm about to call and order one of these, because that one over, it's gone. And then what it does is it keeps that grease from getting, well, don't really keep the grease. It just keeps it from getting all that mud and stuff inside this little valve here, and you got to have this valve. There it goes. You'll see it there. It'll pop right off there just like that there, and it's already starting to drain now. With doing the ones on this mini here, this one right here, they usually, to take the tracks off of this one here, it's really not that bad. But the other one that Dad and them's got, it's an absolute pain to get that one there off. Yeah, an absolute pain to get it off there. And we'll go ahead and I'm gonna order a hood latch piece for his, because this one right here, I gotta put a screwdriver in there every single time. So it says on there, it says $13.92, and I did the service on this last time, and $11.92, $13.92. So I know I put that on for $13.92 is when it's supposed to be done. So yeah, he's got about another 80 hours, on this until he gets ready for a service on this thing. Go ahead and take this here out. Go ahead and let the hood on down. And then we'll get us a block of wood like this. and I'll show y'all how I do that. Y'all probably seen them in other videos, maybe, I don't know, of me whenever I do this. Okay, guys. I know it's still on the block of wood, but it's down in there. It should be just fine. I don't think we're having no problems with that. All the grease is going out of that one there. These tracks come, these, like I said, this machine here, the tracks on this one right here, every single time. I can always get it, and it's usually really, really good. That one's good. I just replaced this one. I just replaced that one. Is that the bearing in there? Or not the bearing? I don't know. We'll see. See what this one does. That one's pretty tight. That one there's wore out. That one's wore out. That one's wore out. So let me call him and tell him now that the damn idlers are wore out on it and see what he wants me to do as far as that. But once you get that there, usually you can get them popped off there. But the back one, that's what I was saying about the back. Might have to get my jack. Sometimes you do, and it's usually why sometimes I try to do one side at a time, because the other side, I can probably get the other one off on the other side. I may not have a concrete floor, but I did got these rubber mats, and they actually do work really, really good. Just a little bit more. Nope. Got a little bit. There we go. Now guys, you can see here You can see the wire here, how it busted it out there. And like I said, usually if you take this here out, sometimes put you like a big rag in here. Because if you don't, whenever you take this thing off and all the grease falls out of it, it'll just fall on the track like it does here, as you can see. And when you go to try to put that track back on there, sometimes it makes it an absolute pain to get the damn thing back on there. So with that being said, let me see. His actual seal. Here's his pump and everything's about to be gone out of this one for long. But let me maybe make a few phone calls to him and tell him our situation here. But as you guys can see here, it's about gone. And we usually don't never service them, so I guess let me call him and see what he wants to do, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, he said he wants me to try to tighten them up, so we're gonna knock these caps here loose and see what we can come up with. And if not, we'll just have to replace them. Is what he said. Dinner time. When I was a little kid, my grandma had one of them damn beds. We used to get this here off here. That's the only thing I hate about these things right here. They don't really come off. See these? They'll try to strip them out. They'll try to strip out on you if you ain't careful. You gotta get a pry bar. Like I said, I hate these things right here. Sometimes they'll get on here like right now and you can't get them off. You can gotta knock them back in there. Get them off here like that. Okay. So now we got them off. Pop these caps here. We're going to try to tighten them up. And sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. We're just going to try to tighten them up. Put a little grease in them. Got a little slack in it. Get me some this rag here. Go and pop this one off while we're at it. Usually you can't never catch them in time to get them tightened up, because they always usually just, they get dry and then they just fall right off there. It's usually what happens to them. That one there, like I said, this one here, it's going to be stubborn, looks like. There it goes. There we go. Almost. There we go. You can see that little, a lot of time, like I said, the grease, it just breaks the grease down. It's all the mud and all that shit. We'll try to tighten them up. He said, it's winter time. He said, try to save me a little bit of money. I said, all right. I said, all righty, boss. Usually, like I said, though, you can't never get them. You can't never get them like this because they're usually already done. They're just too far gone. They just come right out there. It's actually a really nice day out there right now, but they done said it's not going to be, though. They said the weather is going to turn to shit. What the hell that was? Extra to get them pulled out here. There we go. Let's see, we'll get this one now. Get this one now. That's what I thought. Usually they break off anyways. I got some more quarter keys in there. I got some more. Like I said, I might put a new quarter key in this one just because. There we go. Don't take much. Should be able to tighten it up by hand, in all honesty, but maybe not today. Yeah, like this one right here, you can usually tighten it up by hand. And that's about, I mean, that's really about where it needs to be. And like I said, it don't need much. See, like that right? As long as you can get that hole line back up, you pretty much got it. I don't know if y'all, hopefully y'all been seeing what I'm doing here. Didn't realize I was too far. But you see how now it's good. It's, you know, it's good and tight. So now we should be good on that one there. I'm gonna take and grab another quarter key here. And then, like I said, it's good and tight now, so you know we got that one there good. This one's light now. A little bit more on this one. It's a tad bit. Okay, there we go. Now we got that one good. Okay. Down just a little bit. It's got her Okay. So this one here back around the same way. Just like that. Go ahead and put these caps. Like I said, these caps are still full of grease, so they'll be just fine. Oh. As far as these here goes, see, I didn't put that back on the cap exactly where it's supposed to go. Clean this one here out. It's got a little mud on this one. This one. Damn it, I put dirt right back on it. Damn it. Okay. Now we got her. Now, like I said, just make sure you put this here back on there. You know that you got this cap back on there right. Put it right back on there like that. Okay, just like that there. I'll tighten this one back up. Okay, there we go. This one right here looks like it'll be that one and that one, so ain't no big deal. Just take this nut here off, put this one on this one. Just tighten this one back up, just like that. We'll get this back on here. They say you got to have these on here because the caps will come off. I didn't put one back on that one there just because I wanted to see if it would come off there, and that's been there for a long time, and then they never came off. So these right here, I mean, they got them on there for a reason, I will say, but I've never had one come off, so. Okay. So all that's in there. Alrighty, let's go ahead and now we'll pick all the stuff here up, and we'll see about getting a that heavy ass track up in here. Alright guys, here's the new tracks here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the bands on them here. I didn't cut that one. I'll go ahead and cut this one, and that way they'll be they can go ahead and they can stretch themselves on out, where they'll go in there a whole lot easier, which they're pretty soft anyways, but I like to go ahead and get them laid on out there. See how they're trying to go back together now. Just as well as this one right here. I like to get it all leveled out. Well, laid out anyways. Let that sun lay on them. These are the size. This is the size here on this track here. Well, let's see here. I was the right way there, wasn't I? Maybe you can see it on this one. Yeah, maybe you guys can see it on here. That is the size of the track. It's a 230 by 72 by 44 is what that is. I get these over at Ditchwitch. I mean, I'm sure there's a cheaper brand out there that you could probably get. I don't know. I know the tracks on here, he's got around, I mean, I think there's, what's this thing got, 1,300 hours on it. He's got about 1,300 hours on this machine, and the tracks, you look at them, I mean, they still look really, really good as far as the depth on them, but they've been cut up. Like right here, you know, you can see there's a big chunk stay out. Well, we'll keep this one here, and the other one we'll discard of the other one. It ain't worth a shit. So we'll definitely get rid of that one, and we'll get these put on here. But I'm gonna clean some of that stuff there off. Try to get this other one here off as well. But I got the jack on this side, so I'll have to wait. I have to wait and get this one on there first, and then I'll get the other one off. But make sure when you put the tracks back on there that you put the little notch goes towards the front. So I've never seen them on here have an arrow on them that says which way they go or what they do. I've never seen that. But I do know that that's just the way I've always put them on there. So we'll let these sit here in the sun for a little bit and get dried out, and get the sun, get them hot, and get them where they'll move a little bit better. And we'll slap that track on there, and we'll go ahead and go to the other side and get that one done as well. Okay, guys, I had to run up, go and do some other stuff, and I'm just now trying to get back on this machine here. Where these tracks, like I was telling you, they're you know how they had that bend in the middle? This one right here, it ain't like that now. Because I let it sit out there in the sun, let the sun get it kind of warm. But that don't mean nothing. It's still going to be this one right here being new like it is, it's still going to be a pain to still get on there. And we might have to wind up letting it down, because sometimes it's like I said, sometimes it can be a pain to get it all the way on there. We should be able to walk it on there. There we go. There we go. Is it on the front roller too? Yeah. It's on the front roller as well. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and put the cap back in it here. ratchets over here. Go ahead and get this side here tightened up. There we go. Ain't gotta be nothing dramatic. You gotta have this tool too, guys. Like I said, if you don't have this right here, you can't grease the tracks up unless you got your own special little adapter that goes on here. But this right here, it tells you, it'll tell you when you've got enough in there and if you ain't got enough in there. So that's why I always like just using this. And then I'm gonna pump up here. You'll see it's kind of going back down. It's not in the, it'll be in the green when it's good to go where it needs to be at. Okay, it's right there where it needs to be at. So what I like to do is I like to get it fired up. And then, like I said, guys, you'll see it'll go down a little bit to about right in there. But that's just because like it was on the red and I kind of run it back and forth. And like I said, you just when you get right there to see what it's going to do, see how it goes all the way up when you put the thing on there. That's how you know that. Watch it go back down to green there. Once you do it like that there, you'll know that you got it in there the right way. Don't try to put too much in there. And like I said, now it's all the way back down to green line, so I know it's right now. So got that side there done. I'm gonna go over here and we'll let this here on down. I'll put my jack over on the other side now. We should have it there. Should have it pretty good to go there for now. And I'll get y'all set up over here on this one side here. Get over here like this and we'll do it the same We'll do the same way on this side here as well. Let me get the jack moved around here and we'll do this other side. All right, guys, let's get this here. Pull. Off there. It's all the way back as far as it'll go. Let me see if I can lift this out a little bit. Just give me a little extra room here. There we go. Ow, there's my finger. Sometimes you let it down like that and it lets it slack out of your track. And that way you can get a hold of it a whole lot better. And like I said, this one here is the same way. It's got grease all over it. His motors there, they got a lot of slack in them. Didn't feel good. This is the track, like I said, we'll keep this track here. And the other track will. It's just moving inside there. I thought it was bad. I've done replaced all these. Hand's getting a little warm. That one's good. That one's good. They're all good now, so we should be. Yeah, we should be good now. We'll go ahead and get the other track. This one right here, it didn't get as flat as the other one. Now we got there now. Hopefully we get it all done here. Okay, I'm going to try to get it slid up on here. That down there now. I got a feeling this one might be a little bit harder to. I feel like this one's going to be a little bit harder to get on. I could be wrong. Got that on there now. Let it down just a little bit. Oh, too much. There we go. Let's see if I can get it. Starting it up. Start it up and it'll get you a little bit of slack out the back. See, start it up and it'll pull it a little bit and it'll get that slack out of there. And then once you do that there, you should be just fine. Go ahead and put this cap on this side now. Okay. Go ahead now and get the grease fitting on here. Oh. Hey, it'd help if I had the tool, right? You ain't got to get it extremely tight when you put it on there. It'll be fine. See what it's going to do. Got that done now. That's the only thing I don't like about these Vermeers is you can't grease them. That's the only thing I don't like about, I mean these ditch witches, sorry, is you can't grease them. That's the only thing I don't like about them. Let's see what we got here now. Should have it. I got the cat for this one here, but I'm gonna order a new cat for both of them, so I didn't worry about putting that on there. I rebuilt these cylinders on this. I think I rebuilt them cylinders way before I started videoing and everything, and that was a pretty good while ago. They wanted, for just these two cylinders here, Toro, they wanted $800 a piece for these cylinders, and I think back then you could buy the whole grapple. You could wind up buying the whole grapple for, I think, right around $2,200 or $2,300. You could buy the whole grapple. So he was like, why in the hell would I spend that much money on it? And I told him, I said, I'll just rebuild them. So I went and bought the cylinder kit, the rebuild kit, and I rebuilt them a long time ago. But like I said, we got her all on there now, and like I said, the new tracks are on there, and we tighten them out of the bearings. So if somebody needs to learn how and wants to know how to do these tracks and get them tightened back up, like I said, they got to have some kind of give in them. These right here, see that there, it might be a little bit loose. I'll run it back and forth and see exactly what it's going to do. We'll see what this side here is. because it's gonna have a little bit of give in it until it gets, until it, you know, I'm gonna run it back and forth. But like I said, it's gonna have a little give in it until I get it all stretched out. That new rubber, it's gonna stretch better than that older stuff there does. So what we'll probably do is I'll run it back and forth here a little bit, and I'm gonna check some other things in it, check the oil, maybe pull out the air filter on there for him. But I just wanted to kind of video this and say somebody needs to learn, you know, somebody needs to learn how to put tracks on with these and tighten those hubs up. If they, you know, if you can catch them before they're gone, you can get them tightened up, and they'll save you some time and get you by for a little bit. But if not, like I said, you just got to change the whole thing on there. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Hopefully somebody learned something.